I wanted to get these in. It's, again, a little bit, it's starting to almost get a little bit late. We're in the first week of June. Been kind of busy trying to get the other gardens set up, but here at my house, this is my home garden. I've got my 7-foot fencing here, but I'd like a little bit of a privacy screen. And what's a really great tool for that, and a great usage of beans, is a privacy wall. I try to get pole beans, and you get them, they will grow up to 10 feet probably, so you get food and some nice flowers and some nice screening. So I'm going to put in some beans, and I think I want to intersperse some flowers in here too. I have some snapdragons, I have some impatiens, and I have some salvia. I'll put a few of them in as well, just to add a little bit of color. But I'm envisioning, I already put some in now, so I already put some of the snapdragons in here now. A few others too. I put in the snapdragons, and I put in some petunias here, this variety. Pink and white petunias, I guess. So, how do you do the beans? Let's do that. Let's see if we can put the beans in behind the flowers. I like to plant my beans. I keep my soil pretty, I guess you call it friable. I like to keep the soil well turned and soft and easy for plants to break through. So I'm going to probably plant these down about 2 inches. I'm going to dig a little furrow about 2 inches down. I try to plant as close as I can to the, you can tell I've planted here before beans because I've got the strings, but I try to plant, a trick if you're going to plant beans on a fence is plant the beans as close as you can to the fence, because as they grow, they're going to grab onto whatever they can, and if they're not close enough to the fence, you're going to have to manually go through and train them up the fence. And the worst is if they start to grow and train with each other and tangle with each other, and then you have to try to get them into the fence. So you want them to, the first thing they grab is not each other, but the fence. So I try to plant as close as I can to the fence. And so I'm just going to dig back here about, I would say, a row back here to about 2 inches. I'm going to try to plant. As you can see, this is where I dump my compost. There's a lot of leaves here that haven't fully broken down, but that's okay. Let's see what I got. I'm actually going to mix. So right here I have Kentucky Wonder. Not Kentucky Woman, but Kentucky Wonder. It's a pole bean. It's an heirloom variety. Now the only thing I don't like about this entirely, these heirloom varieties, is that these have a string. So you've got to string these beans. So I also got some stringless green beans. These are bush beans, so I'm not going to plant as many of them because they won't grow up the fence, but I've got a purple and a yellow bush bean. So let's go down the line and do a little bit of each. So we'll start, this is going to be our privacy screen here. And bush beans, they will vine and grow upward a little bit, but not much. They don't grab as much, whereas these pole beans, they are just one giant vine. So I try to plant my beans. The sun, we don't have real strong sun back here, so I can't plant them super thick. So I'll probably put maybe one bean every 2 inches or so. So this is maybe 12 feet, so that's going to be about 70, I would say around 70 bean seeds. So I'm just going to go down the line and put them in. I like to put more at the ends because there's more room for them to grow, and as I get towards the center where they're more clustered, I put less seeds in, but I just kind of put them in. It doesn't have to be an exact science, but roughly one bean every 2 inches or so. All right, I'm just going to put a few bush beans in here too. So let's do purple and then yellow. So this is the purple, just a few for some color, and these are stringless. And they're tiny bean seeds. Just scatter a few in here, just intersperse a few in there. Now we're just going to backfill it. And if it's dry, we'll add some water, but it's raining, so I think that'll be taken care of. I'm going to put a few more flowers in, and then go from there. Let's check back in a couple months and see what it looks like. Take care, folks.